Some of you may have heard that, yeah, Peter's gonna be leaving the office. This space will soon no longer be his. And it's a little bit bittersweet. Super happy for him, happy that he's getting a new space, moving on to bigger and better things. But it's gonna be kind of sad also, missing, you know, not having him here. To be fair, I probably will get way more things done because he's a little bit of a distraction, just a little bit. I just gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with all this extra space now. Any ideas, guys? Oh, and we didn't have a fight or anything. There's nothing like that going on. I can explain maybe in another video more about the whole breaking up office partners thing. Probably the best part about having an office is all this shenanigans. I really like all these little boards and things. They're just fun. Nice little break every once in a while, you know? But we're not talking about that today. Today, we're gonna talk about money. And we don't talk about money too often on this channel. I'm not sure why. Maybe I just think that if you're passionate about it and you work hard, then it's actually fairly easy to make money from filmmaking. But a fact of life is that we all need to pay our bills. And if you're putting in a ton of time watching my tutorials and learning filmmaking and all that, well, you might as well make some money from it. Even if it's just like a little side hustle thing, it's still nice to make a little bit of money from your side hustle. I think you would probably agree with me. So let's say you've watched a bunch of tutorials, you've kind of learned some filmmaking things, you have a camera, you've started to make some of your first videos. The question is, how do you land that first paid gig? Because that's really the hardest one to land. Once you land one, then I feel like it kind of just like snowballs and it gets easier and easier from there. Well, let me tell you first the story of how I landed my very first paid filmmaking gig. And so we're gonna have to go way back in time, probably when I was like 15, 16, we started filming skate videos. So that was kind of my introduction into filmmaking. And back then it was more of a necessity. My older brother edited, he really liked that. And then we kind of all took turns filming because, you know, we had to keep it fair. And none of us really necessarily loved the filmmaking aspect of it, or maybe my older brother did more so, but I definitely wasn't in it for the filmmaking side of things. I was just filming because I wanted to capture my rollerblading, if that makes sense. So we all took turns filming, and that was kind of the first time I ever really used a camera. But again, I was not into filmmaking. I didn't want to be a filmmaker. And then we're gonna skip forwards just a few years to 2008, and that's the first time I was like, hey, I'm gonna make a video that had nothing to do with rollerblading. It was actually to promo an event or something at the church youth group that I was going to. Made my first non-rollerblading video. Trust me, it wasn't very good. And then I made, I think, a couple more little promos. Maybe there was like an Easter event or something like that. I made a couple little other promo videos. Then I made some short film personal videos just for fun. Like this one of my brother cannonballing into freezing cold water. Filmed it in 60 frames per second. Used this plugin called Twixtor to make it look like it was like 1,000 frames per second. I thought it was pretty cool at the time. And then came my very first paid gig, and that was a wedding. I think I charged like a really small amount, and it was actually with my brother, so yeah, I guess it wasn't very much money. I think it was like around $500 to $1,000, and then we split it between the two of us. And that might sound like a lot of money, but spending the whole day filming and then like a week editing, after all that work, it doesn't seem like as much money when you're splitting it in two. But that was my very first paid gig as a filmmaker. How did I get it? Well, let me tell you. First of all, you need proof. You need proof that you know what you're doing as a filmmaker. And how do you prove that? Do you need like the person that you're trying to get work from to come and follow along while you're filming? No. You just need a reel. So a reel can be a series of videos that you've made, or it can be kind of a cut down of the best clips, the best footage that you've filmed into this one short little reel, like a 1 to 2 minute reel of all your work that you've done. Cut out all of the crappy stuff, only have the good stuff. this is your proof. This is the proof that you can show to other people to show them that you know what you're doing as a filmmaker. If you have a decent reel, a company or person can really quickly look at that and be like, okay, this guy has made some really cool stuff. They know what they're doing. They know how to make films or videos. Your reel is your proof. Wait, you don't have a reel? Oh, that's fine. That's okay. Start filming something. Film anything. Film a video of your baseball team. Film a video of your friend with a nice car. Film a travel video, or film a little documentary about your grandma. Film anything and everything. Just make sure it looks really, really good. That's like the main thing in a reel, is you want those clips that are going into a reel to look really good. So film at sunset. Make sure you're taking the time to make that footage look the best that you can. And remember, keep it short, keep it concise. Cut out all of the stuff that's like mediocre or not so good. Show your friend and ask him or her, what stuff should I cut? What's the best stuff and what's the not so good stuff? Because remember, this is your proof, and if your proof isn't super convincing, then it's gonna be a lot harder to sell yourself to companies to make videos for them. Okay, so we have our reel. What do we do now? Well, it's time to ask. Ask your friends, your family, anybody in your kind of social circles. Ask them whether it's a wedding, if one of your cousins is getting married, or your uncle has a business, or your friend owns some company. Ask them if you can make a video for them. You don't have much family or friends? That's okay. Ask your church, ask a nonprofit, ask the hair salon around the corner or the tattoo shop. Ask anyone and everyone if you could make a video for them. The most important thing here is to just ask. Now, as you're making videos and you're kind of building your reel and you're putting it on social media like Instagram or YouTube or Facebook, people are gonna start realizing like, oh, Bob over there, he's starting to be a filmmaker, and people will naturally start to ask you to film things for them. But if that hasn't happened to you yet, then you just need to ask. But remember to be reasonable. You're not gonna get paid the big bucks for your first gig, and that's okay. You just need to get your foot in the door. You just need to get that first gig, and then that snowball can start rolling. You need to be reasonable and understand that you're still proving yourself, and to make it a little bit easier for that person to take a chance on you, you can make the amount of money that you're getting paid a little bit smaller, so it doesn't hurt as much if they've wasted their money, if you did a really bad job, because that's what they're scared of in the end. But at the same time, make it clear that you're giving them a really heavily discounted rate to kind of show that you know what you're doing, to prove yourself, and that in the future you would be charging more. So let's say I'm gonna charge $500 for this first video, but in the future, if you wanted more videos, it would be around $1,500. I don't know what the numbers are for you, but whatever those numbers are, it would be about $1,500 in the future. Make sure they know that you're giving them a discount, because you don't want to fall in that trap of you make that first video for $500 and then every single video you make from there on is just for $500. And it's also a selling point that you're giving them this big discount, that it's actually worth $1,500, but you're giving it to them for $500. So all those things make it a little bit easier for somebody to take a chance on you to get your first paid gig. All goes well and they agree. They want you to make a video for them. You say yes. You say yes and you do a dang good job. No matter what you're getting paid, even if you're giving them a really heavily discounted rate, make sure you do the absolute best job that you can, because you don't know what doors will be open through that, and you don't want them to think that, well, he was just okay, he didn't do that good of a job. You want to do the absolute best job that you can do, and that really applies to any project you work on. You always want to do your best, no matter if you're doing it for free or you're doing it for a discount or you're making a lot of money from it. It's crazy the doors that will get opened if you do a really good job. You do a first job for just a couple $100, and then a couple months later you're doing this really big job with those people. The most important thing is that you do a good job and that you're a really pleasant person to work with. And that, my friends, is how you can go from a person who's just watching tutorials and knows kind of how to work a camera to getting your first paid gig. And I gotta tell you, it's a pretty good feeling to get paid for the thing that you really like doing. So I recommend it. But at the same time, know that it's okay. You don't need to get paid for your filmmaking. You can just do it as a hobby, to do it for fun. There's nothing wrong with that either. But if you do want to get paid for the skills that you're learning, then just get that reel, get that proof, get that reel made. Ask some people, ask the people that you know, your friends, your family, all those people. Ask if you can make a video for them. Say yes, do a really good job, be reasonable, and yeah, get your first paid gig. Oh man, that got me out of breath. You wouldn't think it, but it's actually kind of hard work to ride one of these. Do you think it's a bad idea to combine the one wheel and the rollerblade hover shoes? Yep, stupid idea.